Can you see it?
I can see that, yeah. The eye tracker
Uh,
thing.
Okay, great. Yeah, I got it like a couple weeks ago. It's really useful.
How much does it cost? Or
I think it was like 200 US, which is like 300 Canadian.
damn.
Wait, baby. What account are you on?
Oh, it's the Winston one, the Russian one.
Oh,
Yeah.
when was this?
This was like a couple 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 days ago.
Hmm.
Is it baby like Coco or whatever?
Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe. No, not her. Never mind. I thought it was her for a second. I was like, wait a second. How you been doing? Been a while.
Oh yeah, it's I don't know. Like it's been good overall, I guess, but some things that have been like messy. So
Hmm. I
uh,
see.
I'm just like in terms of like joining and finding teams and whatever. So, but I'm in a team, but it looks like things are just like you know how slowly it's like decaying. It feels like if you
Yeah, like one person stops trying, stops showing up to scrims and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, or just people leave and yeah
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're on a constant cycle. You never have like six members at the same time. Yeah.
yeah
All right. So this is like I'm gonna assume this is like what diamond.
yeah. This is like mid diamond or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. Starting up here is fine, but the biggest risks I have when I would say starting up here is you need to assess like what your comp is trying to actually accomplish, right? Like your widow right now, she wants all the space in the world, right? She wants people not looking at her, so she's like like an assassin. Your Zarya wants ways to get energy, and your Lucy's doing whatever. So starting up here, that can accomplish both. It can accomplish, you distracting for your widow and also getting your Zarya energy. So if you're in comms and if you trust your Zarya, you can definitely go for it. But if this is like you don't trust your Zarya, whatever, I would just be a bit careful. Maybe play the angle a little bit closer, play like around these rocks instead of over here. Yeah. Overall, not a bad place to start. Just keep in mind most like when you go up to like Masters, GM, like everyone starts here, even on Monkey. Because for one, you want to scout and think about it this way: if your Widow's over here looking for a pick and you're over here just looking, people are going to shoot the big fat target first, right?
Yeah.
And you can also shoot people on the way down, and you can always drop and then come back, right?
Hmm.
So starting here, this like little place right here is way better. But this is good too. I wouldn't do what you're doing right now though, which is moving and peeking. I would literally just sit, let them come to you, hold tab to figure out what they have, right? Because at 15 seconds, it shows you. And that's exactly what's happened, right? You're at 15 seconds in, so you can just hold tab and you know exactly what they have. So you can make some estimates, right? Like, for example, you see they have a Bastion. Oh, he's probably set up cart. I should probably be careful. Stuff like that, right? Now, he's not set up cart, but that's still like an educated guess you can take. I would have bubbled way early. Oh, never mind, you're fine. I would jump out soon. There you go. So, while you were there, essentially what you accomplished was stop the cart for maybe like 5 seconds. You made people look at you for around that seconds, right? And while that happened, no one was trying to kill your widow, right? This more or might have, right? If it was lucky, but no one actually went out to kill your widow. They were on you instead, which is good. So, what do you think? Maybe that could have been done a little bit earlier or later for like maybe a better time.
Um, I guess in that's like if our widow was like uh being like harassed or whatever, I could maybe gone early if that was the case, maybe. But I don't know.
Well, Widow wants free reign, right? She wants to be able to see most of the map as possible, which means you need to let them walk out a little bit.
Okay.
What happens if you, instead of starting the game here, right? Like this is where it like comes out, like in the very beginning of the game, right? Instead of like staying here, you were up here and you let them push cart, and then you dropped right here, right across this line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the Widow is over here, and now she has all this space to look at, while their team has pushed up all the way over here. Now your Widow gets much better LOS. You're in a safer position, right? Because you have multiple escape routes, right? Obviously back to your team, back up here in the high ground, or you could even go all the way back for a mega if you were, adventurous. As well as your team is now set up more better on high grounds, right? When you're playing like main tank, you want to think about like what does this decision, what does this do, and what does that do? So yeah, it's good though. No one dies. It's good. You're honestly getting a little adventurous, which is okay, but might die. There you go. Nice. Like, let's take a look at your Widow for a second. She gets that kill because the same thing happened, right? They start pushing up into this area right here. Do you know what this is called? This little box right here. It's a very common term. Kill box.
Or kill box. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. Right? Now, your job as tank, like I want to say half of the time, is forcing kill box. How can we get people to go in an area where they will die much easier, right? How can we get them into a kill box? Well, one way is by, forcing them there, whether it be, Ryan literally charging into you, Winston primaling. And the more, common method is, slow and calculated, like, risks and plays. So, Widow got a kill in the kill box, right? And that was cemented by you first stopping the cart over here and then backing off so they start taking space because momentum, right? Like the thing about this, Anna, for a second, she just saw Winston jump out. She's like, "Oh, I'm safe now, right? I can walk up again." No, because she stops thinking about the Widow, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to like exploit your enemy's mistakes, essentially, right?
Yeah.
So obviously that's a big concept, right? So the way you should dumb it down is think to yourself, kind of like, where do I want people to die? Do I want them to die in their spawn? Probably not. That's gonna be too hard.
Yeah.
Do I want them to die? All the way over here? No, you're giving them way too much space. How about here? Yeah, this is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just kind of like rationalize it, and it should be fine. Because considering that you play tank, you're probably like making, you're probably thinking like that very often. So you're probably really used to making like thoughts like that. Unlike if you were like, I don't know, maybe a DPS player, you probably don't think like that. Boom, see? This Moira like pushes here because she thinks it's free, but it's not. Boom. And now you can go aggressive cart. Pretty much for free. Yep. I don't know if your team was there with you, but you should definitely like go there with your team. Also, watch this. You did a good job not using leap. But against Bastion, this isn't the type of bubble you want. So think about it for a second. How many shields does Bastion have to shoot through if the bubble is placed like this?
Oh, one.
One, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's one shield. You probably only just one bubble. What are you talking about? What happens if you place it in the middle of him and then you like dance around several areas?
You would probably have to like focus like two things, probably the monkey and the bubble or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right now, his primary goal is just shoot bubble so he can shoot you, right? But keep in mind, half of Winston's like kit is his health. It's his health bar, right? Your health bar is expendable for a reason. There's a reason why Primal Rage gives you more health, right? Because it's supposed to be used as a tool. If you place your bubble slightly differently and let him shoot you for a second and then go in the bubble and then you again then in the bubble, and then while he's shooting the bubble, you leap. That will probably get you more results. But it's just still fun, right? I'm just telling you like more advanced methods of like bubble dancing and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Like right there, you leap down, you were full HP. Now, obviously, it's a bastion, right? So you gotta be careful. But there, what you did have a little bit more leeway. And now you can aggress again. 3, 2, 1. You should leap. Excellent nade. Good. Okay. It's been a minute, and you only have 40% ult charge, so that is a problem, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think to yourself, how can you get the most ult charge in this comp? What happens if you go on Zarya? She bubbles. Not great, right? But after bubble, she's like a free ult charge meter, right? If you go in Ana, you have risk of being naded and slept, which is a free kill for the Ashe and Bastion. If you go in Bastion, you can get some ult charge. You won't kill anyone, but you definitely get ult charge, right?
Yeah.
So that's a potential thing, considering that his team's going to be there. If you go in Mercy, that can work, right? What happens if you duel the monkey for ult charge?
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest.
It'd be a bad idea. Why?
Or, I mean, it wouldn't be like a bad idea. I don't know. Like, if he dives in, then I can just like also technically counter dive and then just get ult
Yeah.
charge from it.
Yeah, for sure. But your main priority in this comp is what?
Get ult charge. Just get ult.
Get ult charge because you wanna like why get ult charge? Like why do you want Primal Rage?
So I can so I can like just dive it easily or dive someone easily. Like
If you have a Bastion comp, right? And a monkey goes in and he tickles you, does 1 damage, he's a free kill. If a monkey dives into you and then primals, then it boops all your teammates away as the Bastion. Now what happens? Well, it's 1,000 HP monkey that you're probably not going to kill in time with this team, and everyone's moved away from you. You just isolate a target. The reason why you want ult charge is because you want to make a play, right?
yeah.
Playmaking. That's your biggest asset as monkey is figuring out how to make plays, right? The best monkeys in the world, they get like 5 billion primal rage kills, right? They use primal rage as Dragon Blade essentially, and they do it excellently, right? Why? Because they're trying to make plays. So I would like to see you make some plays so far.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it's just been kind of more calculated. I'm going here, right? Which is good, right? Being smart, especially in main think, is excellent. But with brain, you should also have some a little heart in there too. She's one. But right here, jump in. Let's go. That's funny. It's okay though, right? Like I genuinely don't care that you died there, right? It may not have been the most intelligent thing, but you set out to make a play and you finished off the fight. It's okay if you die.
Okay.
Your widow pop side's way too early. Shouldn't do it. This looks like it wasn't communicated, but you see where all the big crucial targets are, right?
Yeah. I don't
Right?
know. I don't know. I was like more concerned with the Bastion, like who's like the most threatening in my mind. So
Sure. Let's think about this for a second. You're a nanoed monkey who's about to get primal. Even if the Bastion makes a play, right? You're gonna kill 2 of his teammates. Azaria and Mercy. That's worth it, right?
mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it's up to you because you can always kill them later because they're stuck, right?
Yeah.
But just keep in mind, it doesn't hurt to shoot them for a second and go back, right? It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that using that problem was good, but it's what you did after. Right here. This is why I said,
Yeah.
who's here?
Anna. And
Who's
Ashe.
here? What happens if you primal them? They only shoot you and no one else.
Yeah, I know.
And look what's over here. Toast, right?
Yeah.
You can make a play here. Like, it's possible. You can make a play here. But you kind of turn around instead. Looks like you're uncomfortable. Man, that's too late. Also, if we go back to the Nano fight right here, right? Imagine you had killed the Azaria and the Mercy first. Imagine they're dead right now, and then you leap on the Bastion and the Ana and the Ashe,
Mm-hmm.
and then they die. These two people are dead, and I'm assuming they die like right over here, right? So just in a second, you leap again, they die, and now you finish up the kill with Primal. You just killed like 5 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But by allowing them to stay here, what have you essentially created? Who's in the kill box now?
Me.
Yeah, right. I think you definitely should have tried to make a play here, though. But
Yeah.
you probably lose the point now. What the hell? Oh, you're stalling it, which is okay. Mm-hmm. There's just not much you can do there. I don't know if you were hard calming, but you should have waited like that beat. Like you could have told your Lucia to wait a little bit, but it's rank, you know. Not guaranteed they'll listen. Hmm. This doesn't look great.
Yeah. I was like, shit, I'm low, and I'm like, I can't like jump into that.
They just single-handedly turned that fight around, right?
Huh?
They single-handedly turned that fight around because 2 of your teammates fed. What could you have done differently here?
I mean, I
Oh, we
could
gotta
have.
go back. You're fine so far. You're fine so far. Stop. What's your mistake?
Going overextended. It looks like.
I don't think you overextended at all. Well, I mean, kind of, but what's your mistake? Because overextending isn't necessarily a mistake, right? Overextending is a mistake if you get punished,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's the mistake? What happens if you drop
Uh,
with 0 cooldowns being used without your bubble?
you can get it easily poked.
right? And they have what? Kree, Ash, Ana, Zarya, which is essentially what? A poke comp, right?
Yeah.
They're playing like this die brawl poke hybrid. So you need to be careful of what you know what poke you take. Now look at your comp. You have a Reaper, you have a Lucio, you have a Zarya. What do you guys suffer with? Can a Reaper duel an Ash like far away?
No.
Because he gets poked out, right? So what you want is a brawl, right?
Mhm.
Because Ash can't brawl. Ana can't really brawl. Creek kinda can, but not really. But Lucio and Reaper, they want to brawl. You want to brawl. Zarya wants to brawl, right?
Mhm.
So you dropping here, is this creating a brawl? Or is this creating you getting poked out and you guys just sit there? Right? Now imagine if you stayed high ground with your bubble and you weren't poked out and you get healed for a second, and then you leap in right now, right here, with your bubble. Right? Now you're remember you'd be like full HP right now, right? Like and you're almost with Primal. Now what happens? Now your Lucio and Reaper walk in with you while you get a billion ult charge and now you win, right?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. Now, obviously, them dying isn't your fault, right? But you could have made a play. That's the biggest difference, right? Like, I think you should try to like kind of envision that a little bit. Just because someone else makes a mistake doesn't mean that you couldn't have turned that into a play, right? Now, obviously, if your winner loses every duel in the game, nothing you can do about that. If your Reaper doesn't know how to rescue, nothing you can do about that, right? But I'm just saying in general, right? There are ways you can turn mistakes into plays, especially when you're playing monkey. Right here, you seem very unsure what's about to happen. Like, I feel like you're playing this game and you're kind of just spectating. You know what I mean? You're not being proactive.
Mhm.
I think if you start maybe getting more into like the theme of being proactive, that would help you a lot more.
Mhm.
Nice, made a play. Nice, made another play. Great. Now, how could you have done more in this fight without using primal?
Mm.
That bubble was good. You blocked down nade. Where are you right now? I want you
Oh.
to I want you to imagine if you were behind them right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Now what happens?
then it's like you you call out the LS even more or something like that, or no? Oh no, no, you're saying in the middle. Okay. Uh, I don't know. I think it's something like that. You just call out the LS.
You pinch them. They can't move backwards. You
Okay.
stand right here. This Kree can't move backwards. You're behind him. You have primal. You're turned your back around him. Your bubble's still alive. You are helping your team. Your tracer sees that, and your tracer unconsciously feels more comfortable being more in their backline. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It also helps you. You'll probably kill their bubble quickly before that pulse, right?
Mhm.
And maybe you didn't need this primal in the beginning because you could have played that better, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you didn't play this fight well. I'm just saying like there are other ways you could have played that. Damn, she broke their ankles. Yeah, she get out. This is good, right? You just team wipe, right? So you get to reclaim space, right? This is now yours. You can use it for whatever you want to use it for, which is getting a kill, which is excellent, right? Now you can probably camp that for res or try to mark their Mercy, see what she's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Conquer for Kree here, that's good too. Just gotta be careful a bit. Hey, you're fine. Just by the way, in higher yellow, that Kree would have gotten nano, you would have died. But you know, uh, the better you can the quicker and the better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There was res to Ash. You can go back on there. You can go here, do that. Both is good. And you get bin. That's nice. This is fine. I would definitely be looking at their backline though, right? Like they're on there's Zarya.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, right? Don't be hesitant. Nice. Okay. You stare at their Rhine way too much. Only reason you want to be looking at their Rhine is for charge and pressure. So it's good that you didn't stay here. Because there's Ryan and the Ana, right? And the people are coming to peel and she's getting pocketed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be looking for some sort of opportunity. Like what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no bubble there. Valk is gone. Go. Could have bubbled a bit earlier, but it's okay. Reminder: Zarya. There's a Zarya, there's a Ryan, and there's a Mercy looking at you. The crate isn't there. You could have jumped out and lived. There's not enough range if you get high enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that's good. That's a good kill. That's not good. Okay. Just starting that off, I know you got beat it, so it doesn't matter much, but you shouldn't be walking into them, right? That makes it very easy for them to poke you out. Now, if you didn't have primal, you could have walked around, right? Use actual cover, use your environment, walked over here, and then just dropped, right? It minimizes the poke you can take, but also you almost have primal. Leap in, get your primal, right?
I didn't have leap at that time.
Oh, let me go back. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. But still, no. But still, you're 2 seconds off, right? Be patient. Use your leap. Don't just walk in. You know what I mean? Because the time it'll take you to walk in is also the same time it'll take you to just wait and leave
Mm-hmm.
without taking 200 damage. I don't think you needed a primal there, but it's okay. Not yet, at least. You still had beat. You could have waited a little bit. Good. Just relax, and now you can go again. Yeah. Again, you kind of look a little uncomfortable sometimes. Also, after you killed that Mercy, you should have turned around and realized, oh shit, danger, danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. You're full HP. Don't be afraid of an Ash. You should go hard. Yeah. Yeah, you guys pretty much have 0 ults, and they have probably 2 coming up. Maybe 3. They're pretty good. It's good. I know I'm not screen sharing audio, but you should have been able to hear that, Cray. You get the kill anyways. Good. Good. On the Ash now. Good. Go on the Mercy. Good. Alright, you win. You win?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh, you guys get full hold at one at first, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so right there, you know that they have a sim. So you know that, like, you want to play. You want to play fast or really slow into sim?
Uh, pass probably.
Yeah, right. Because the less time she has to build up her beam, the better for you, right?
Yeah.
So going up here, just poke and get out like immediately. Like stay for 2 seconds and then get out.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, great. You reclaim that space again. You're just scouting, right? Like information is power, especially when you're playing monkey or any type of dive hero, really. Right? Information is power. You have your cooldowns. You should look to get some value now, right?
Yep.
Probably not like that. Only time you want to dive something like this is if you have other dive heroes, which kind of don't, right?
It was just more for charge, or like I. It was like I was kind of expecting the bubble.
Okay, so don't even if you are, don't do this. Don't land here. Land here. That makes sense. If you
Mm-hmm.
land here, they'll still shoot you, and if they shoot you, they'll walk up closer, which is easier for your team to shoot. But more importantly, you're actually trying to reclaim space, which is this. This is the space you want right now, right? You can get this later. You want this right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You land here. You taser the other monkey. You taser the Sig, which he can't do anything about. By the way, right? You'll get full damage on your Sig. You can taser the Moira if you want, or you can look up and you can taser them too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That probably could have been avoided if you had just sleep lower and or gotten bubble properly. You gotta kill them. It's good. Again, you want to play fast. Look at that Sig. You should already be. Yeah. Stop like leaping up here. The Sig, like your Lucio already got him like to 3/4. Imagine your Lucio got him at 1, right? Like you could have been on that Sig, and you could have gotten these kills later. Ended up being fine, right? But you could have played that better.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably could have pushed harder if you were full HP, and you would have been full HP if you went down there instead of up there, right?
Yeah.
Get out, get out, get out. Command point. You want to kill him? Use your bubble. Use your bubble. You need a bubble here. It like look how low everyone got for a second. Right here. You're Zarya 2-shot. You're on a 1-shot, right? You definitely 2-shot. You needed a bubble here just for protection, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if their Ana gets a really nice shot or a really nice nade or Sim gets a really nice right click or something, right? You need a bubble protectively here. You have Primal coming up, which is good. You leap here, you get healed. Hmm. So while you were primaling, let's look at what else is going on. Right now, your team is full, and they are down 2, right? Right now, it's a 1, 2, 3. It's a 4v6, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, times. Now, how could you have prevented your Ana dying there?
By playing the coalescence.
Yeah, because then either she has to aim better, she doesn't get to aim because you boop her, or she starts looking at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then because your Ana would have been alive, you probably would have won this fight. Just right away. Okay, so already took it. Getting out, this is fine. Getting back. That fight was definitely winnable, but it happens. But you definitely aren't down, so you should be able to win the next fight. Yeah, they have their 3 elements. Good kill. Good kill. Chase your troll. Good kill, good kill, good kill. Stop. What did you just see behind you?
A ball and a monkey. So
Who are on your what?
on Zarya.
They're essentially on your backline, right?
Yeah.
They mine point. You guys aren't even getting point right now. Who do you need to turn on?
Probably monkey. Assuming he
Both
dies.
of them.
Or both of them.
Both of them, right? They need to die. They need to get. They need to fuck because even if you kill everyone here, they have enough to stall it out for 30 seconds. He has primal. It's in its wall, right? And if they stall, guess who comes back? Especially with Sim. Look at the TP.
Yeah.
They need to die. So that means you need to turn around, right?
Yeah.
And not get antied. Mm. Like, let's see how quickly their Kree gets back from spawn. Remember, it takes like 7 seconds to walk through that, right? But look how quickly he's going to get there. Oh, never
Oh.
mind. It doesn't even fucking take it. Let's look at someone who did take it. Let's look at their sim. Boom, boom, boom. He's immediately there. Right?
Mhm.
Shaving off like 7 seconds, and because of that, the soldier dies. Colors are weird. There we go. You guys are like 5 volts. Very runnable. Hmm. Yeah, you saw it. I don't know. On defense, it seemed like you were like, taking things very, like cautiously. You're thinking things out very a lot. You're very methodical with everything you're doing. But on attack, it seems like you look kind of lost almost. You're like, how aren't things working the way they should?
Mhm.
You know. So I feel like you kind of have like two separate problems going on. I feel like on defense, you were. I think on defense, you needed to kind of push yourself a little bit, limit test a little bit. Follow your heart. On first, like sorry, on attack, I think you need to kind of the opposite. Kind of take a step back, look at, hey, what's going on, what needs to happen, think things through a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, look, you want to think about the long game. You don't want to think about the short, right? It doesn't matter if you kill three if the rest of your team dies. Yeah. Overall, I think if you kind of get those addressed, you could probably like, easily make it to master. So yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Is there anything else you want to look at real quick, or was that it?
Not. That's it, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll catch you later then.